All right, give it to me.
Hold on.
Oh, we're live. Eli. Eli. Okay.
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Should I go?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Dun, 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 dun. Take it.
All right. I know you got things you got to take care of, so go ahead and get your internet fixed. All right. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies Nursery Bullying host Leroy, aka the safe word is Zendaya. With my co-host. We can still hear everything you're doing, Eli. You can go ahead and say whatever you're doing.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is Eli, aka the banana in your tailpipe.
There you go. Definitely sexual. All right, and we're back with another episode while Eli is rumbling around, fixing stuff in the back, tearing apart things. I know what you're doing. Want to give a shout out to our third co-host, the AI, and our fourth co-host, our co-host in spirit, Jake, because Jake was here before we were here. Yeah, so he's gone. He'll be back. Don't worry about that. So shout out to Jake. Bad echo. Don't worry, he'll be back on. I don't know what was going on with him. He just started it right before we started recording. He was like, "Oh, let me tear some shit up." So yeah. Anyway, while he's doing that, I get to talk about something good because if he was here, he would let me talk about it because there's like 3 things on this show that are banned. Well, 4 or 5, but definitely banned. Okay, I'm gonna get into the banned stuff. Star Wars is banned. Will Smith is banned. Zack Snyder is banned. Anime is banned. I can't remember the 5th one. If Eli was here, he'd say the 5th one. But we're going to talk about one of the ones that are banned because the one of this ban is, let's see if I can show it, Zack Snyder. We can talk about Zack Snyder. I'm going to go ahead and get this out the way before Eli comes back because the thing about Zack Snyder is that he just posted on Vero. Now, for those who don't know what Vero is his own personal social media account, the one that he has. Why did he have his own personal media account? Why he's not on Twitter or Facebook and like that? I don't know why. That's Zack Snyder does what Zack Snyder does. Point is, it's open to the public now, and you can go on his profile. You can see what he posted, and he posted, I guess, on July 1st, a caption. A caption so small I can't read it, but I guess it's about he was saying that if you want to see Zack Snyder's Justice League on the big screen, stay tuned for the date. So, what does that mean? What is Zack Snyder cooking? What is he cooking right now? Because this is big news. This is big shit right going on right now. So obviously he's coming out with a Justice League movie on the big screen because the Justice League version that he had has never been released in the theaters. There was just a bullshit Joss Whedon version that was released, and that was it. And that movie came out, in 2017? Think about how long ago it was. 2017 when that movie came out. So now I guess Zack Snyder cooking. And I think he also posted a picture of James Gunn saying, "Thank you, James Gunn, for doing it." So I guess James Gunn has his blessing to release his movie in the theaters. So I guess that's what's going on. I guess that's what's cooking up. Zack Snyder's Justice League, all 4 hours, possibly could be in the theaters this year. Now, is that confirmed right now? Not really, but that's a lot of speculation going on right now. So if you see a lot of speculation, that's what everybody's saying right now. So I don't know. We'll see. So let's go on past that. And if I knew Eli was going to be what we got? Let's see what they got. I want the Rebel Moon director stuff for the big screen too. That is a good question, Jake. Okay, Jake, I don't know if we talked about this on this show, but the Rebel Moon director's cut already has a release date. I think it's August 3rd. Both movies are rated, and I think each movie is an hour longer than the regular version it was right now. So if you put both movies together, 6 hours. This is directly from Netflix. So you got a lot of movie watching to do. Because the thing is with Netflix, like I usually cancel my Netflix subscription if there's nothing going on. But with that going on, I used to have that. So yeah. So while Eli's still doing his thing, I guess I'm gonna move on to the next part of the podcast. I'm gonna just jump into it. Because like I said, we talk about Netflix. I'm gonna just keep it going and talk about something that I watched on Netflix. Eli also watched on Netflix, but I have no idea what he thinks about this movie. But I'm gonna just say my thoughts on it because technically this one, I think I should lead up on it first. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, we're gonna talk about Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. You should have heard what Eli was calling before the movie podcast started, because he was calling it everything but the actual name. What do we got here? Inside Out 2, baby. No, Jake. And actually is 1.2 trillion. if you look at it, they said it because it was a typo on it. Look at it again, it said, but it's actually a typo. It's actually 230 million for Inside Out 2. So I think so. As of right now, what's the highest grossing movie this year so far? Not Inside Out 2, but it's another movie. The other cartoon kitty movie that came out. That's what everybody's talking about right now. So yeah. So we're gonna talk about Axel Foley and go from there. And I'm gonna just give my thoughts on it. Like I said, I actually wrote some notes down. I'm gonna go from there. Okay, so the first thing I want to say about this movie is that it is the perfect Netflix movie. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a perfect Netflix movie, because I've always shitted on Netflix movies. I always talk bad about Netflix movies, that they're doing this and they're doing too much, and sometimes they're just half-ass movies, like that Jessica Alba movie. I actually watched that movie, and I don't know why I watched it, but I did. And I was like, do I really want to sit through this? So I had no idea what to expect from a Beverly Hills Cop Netflix movie, because with Eddie Murphy, you never know what you're gonna get with Eddie Murphy on there. Finally, fix the background on it. Because okay, you got Dolomite Is My Name, which is a great movie. I love that movie. That was basically Eddie Murphy's comeback. It was on Netflix. I think he should have won an award for that one. Maybe he did. I don't know, but I know that was a great movie. Then he turned around and did Coming to America 2. I was like, no. You're one step forward, two steps back. And then after that, he made that shitty movie with Jonah Hill. I can't remember the name of that movie. Not Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, but it was kind of like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Sucked. That movie fucking sucked. So he's 1 for 2. So like, how is Beverly Hills Cop going to be? Especially when Beverly Cop 3 sucked. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care if you like that movie. That movie sucked. So we're going to talk about this movie. And like I said, I think it is the perfect Netflix movie. It's perfect movie for Netflix. I don't think it should have been in the theaters, but at home, it kept me entertained the whole time. I was enjoying it because, let's be honest, Netflix has a formula. Take an aging star that really can't do box office numbers anymore, put box office in the seats, but you will watch them if they star in a TV movie. Put a semi-budget with them with a little bit better TV budget and let people come in and check them out. So what we're going to do. So, and that's what this was. Now, I will say this. Eddie Murphy is not in his 20s anymore. So it is what it is. However, he's funny as hell in this movie. This is the funniest Eddie Murphy has been in years. I say about at least 2 or 3 scenes. I was like slapping my knee, grabbing my gut, all that stuff like that. Like legit laugh out loud funny at some of the stuff that was going on in this movie. Some of the stuff Eddie Murphy's doing. So he's in rare form at this. It's been a long time since we've seen Eddie Murphy doing this, because Eddie Murphy, like a few years ago, he didn't want to do R-rated movies anymore. Because yes, Beverly Hills Cop is R-rated. He just wanted to do kid movies. He wanted to do family movies, but now he is like trying to channel, 80s. I love seeing all the old cast members again. That's the thing I did. And that's the thing. This movie is very much nostalgia bait, because all the characters that are still alive, of course, they're from the old movie. They're here now in this movie. They may not have the biggest parts in this movie, but they do show up. You reminded them like Bronson Pinchot. Like I remember him as Cousin Balky from Perfect Strangers. I remember him from that. What I remember from Beverly Hills Cop. He shows up, has not a really crucial part, but kind of just shows up to kind of like, be funny. Like I said, Judge Reinhold shows up. He's in the movie. Taggart, I can't believe he's even still alive. He's still in this movie. And the thing I like about Taggart, let me talk about Taggart for a second. Because the thing is, like, my favorite part of the old Beverly Hills Cop movie was the Detroit police captain that used to cuss out Eddie Murphy anytime he like fucks up and blows up the city and shit like that. Damn it, Foley. The mayor's chewing my nuts off and shit like that. I used to love that part of it. But of course, I think he may have passed or he didn't show up in the movie. So Haggard kind of feels that. Well, I'm sorry, Taggart. Taggart kind of feels that role in this movie where he's cussing Eddie Murphy out and the mayor's chewing his nuts off and shit like that. And he's yelling and cussing him out. Get the fuck out of my office. Go to so. It's still that dynamic, but it changed and it's still funny because that's what you go see these movies for. And that's what this movie is going for. This movie is trying to recreate, like, not the movie, but the vibe of the movie, the feel of the movie. It's trying to recreate the vibe of those 80s action movies, not just Beverly Hills Cop, but like Lethal Weapon or those action comedies that were back then right there. It's trying to give you that feeling. The soundtrack is pretty much the soundtrack from the 80s. So if you remember the soundtrack from the 80s movies, it's here. It's not the exact same, however, because what they do is that they remix a little bit. Some of it got some hip hop flavor to it, you know. Lil Nas X is one of the remix things like that. But the thing is, you get the feel of it. Now, a little bit there, a little bit too nostalgic and too 80s. If you think about it too hard, it kind of takes you out of it. Hold on, let me see what we got. Plus the chemistry with his dog is really good. Jake, I'll be honest with you, and I think I'm gonna get roasted for this, a troll for this. I think the daughter was the worst part of the movie. She was cool. But I don't think she kept up with the energy that Eddie was keeping up with the movie. Eli, you there?
Yeah, here I am.
I'm done with the review now. Cool. Let's move on to the next part of the podcast. I'm sorry. We're in the middle of it. Let's see what we got. God bless. Have a good rest of your day. Man, all love. Jane? Jose? Is that Jane or Jose? I can't read. Jane.
I don't know. June?
Could be. Okay. Yeah, but what else I gotta say about it? I was just talking about like the actors that were in there.
What are you talking about?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, you couldn't talk about the Acolyte without me?
I could have, but I didn't want to run everybody off. Like, and then you come back in and see me talking about acting like, you know what? I'm gonna just stay gone. Just peek and see what's going on. All right. But I kind of just got started. Hold on, let me see. Jane. Thank you, Jane. Okay, I'm sorry. The font is so small on our screen, we can really see it. So I kind of expect either Eli or Jake to read it out to us. Yeah, what else am I gonna say about this movie? Okay, so basically, Eli, what I was saying, I'm gonna just get you caught up that this movie was trying its best and everything in its power to give you an 80s vibe. It was trying to not recreate the movie, but recreate the feel of an 80s action movie. Action comedy, if that makes any sense. You got the soundtrack. Like I said, if you think too hard about it, it'll take you out of the movie because they try to do everything to remind you that it's Beverly Hills Cop. Like, for instance, why is he still a detective 30 years on the force? Has he not got a promotion or not got fired or anything? Why is he still driving the same car? Who the hell keeps a car for 30 years?
Yeah,
especially in Detroit. You're in the Motor City. You can get a new car. You know, other things on it. Okay, yeah, just blowing up the city and stuff like that, and all he does is get cussed out. Like a cop in 2024 can't cause that much destruction or property damage, and it won't be like all over the world, all over the nation. You know, defund the police and all this like that. Like they kind of stay away from things like that, and they don't want you to think too hard about it. They want you to be in the feel of like, don't think too hard about it. This is a fun action movie. Just go with it. You know, even if shit he's blowing, like they literally had Mexican drug dealers shooting up Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. Like, come on, they really like obviously you some dumbass assassins. You're gonna shoot everybody from Rodeo Drive because the police would have stopped you instantly. What do we got here? Double A. Thank you, Jane. Let me see what we got here. Oh, everybody's talking about the Star Wars band. Yeah, but well, Eli, you missed my first band topic. I talked about Zack Snyder. So luckily you missed that.
Okay, yeah, I didn't need to hear that.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's what I think about. So like I said, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. We all know this guy. I thought he's gonna be a bigger thing than what he is, but he's still cool. He still did his thing in the movie. I like it that they didn't try to just make him Judge Reinhold 2.0. Made him a different character, a different thing. He wasn't the guy that was falling for the banana in the tailpipe. He knew a little bit was going to matter. He was from Chicago. So yeah. So that's my thing about this movie. So I liked it. It was funny. It was still TV, a little above TV level, but not theater level, like right in that middle where Netflix normally is. Well, at least the good Netflix movies usually is. And I recommend it. It is a movie you will watch, and you probably won't think twice about it. If you've never seen the old Beverly Hills Cop movies, watch 1 and 2. Fuck 3. Don't watch that. They even make fun of 3 in this movie. That's what I like about it. They kind of broke the fourth wall.
Yeah.
So that's what I got in it. But Eli, what you think about it? I'm gonna let you talk while I actually share this link out. So.
I thought it was Now Beverly Hills Cop 1, the first one, is like one of my favorite movies ever. Yeah. You know, might be my favorite Eddie Murphy movie. You know, okay. I loved the first one. Second one was cool. Yeah, the third one sucked. Mm-hmm. So this one, I felt like it was actually, I did think it was just trying to recreate the first movie. Mm-hmm. You know, beat for beat. pretty much.
There were scenes they took from the first movie.
Yeah, the same songs, Heat Is On, Neutron Dance, all that shit.
Pointed Sisters.
Yeah, all that shit was in there. Yes, the opening car chase. It was basically, it was really trying to recreate, doing the fan service, the nostalgia fan service, which is fine. The whole thing with this dog, I think that's the only thing they tried to do anything new was inject this thing where he has his daughter and their rocky relationship, and they come around, and his redemption as a father, and all that shit. So that was fine. I felt some of the jokes were okay. I didn't laugh as much, as I'd like to, but there was a couple parts where I thought, I chuckled a couple times. But the action scenes were fine. I mean, the action scenes were pretty cool. It wasn't John Wick or nothing, but it was fun. I mean, it did embody, yes, the 80s action comedy, which I think Beverly Hills Cop was one of the first ones that did that.
Or Eddie Murphy invented the genre.
Like the action comedy,
Matter of fact, I'll even go as far as like Eddie Murphy might have even invented like the action comedy leading man. All right, I know Will Smith is a banned topic, right? Okay, but I'm just saying that I really think that Will Smith like took Eddie Murphy's blueprint and followed that shit.
Yeah.
And anybody, and a matter of fact, I'm even go far past black actors, like any black actor that pop up and just because honestly, any black actor, majority of them, they saw what because Eddie Murphy was huge. People, Jake, you do not know because you wasn't born yet. You have no idea how big Eddie Murphy was in the 80s.
Yeah, and Beverly Hills Cop was the movie that put him on there.
That catapulted him. Matter of fact, he was actually a lot of people don't know this. Eddie Murphy was supposed to be in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But he was filming this at the time he got the lead role in Beverly Hills Cop. He didn't. So all those scenes with Winston, I'm losing his name.
Winston Zedmore. Ernest Hudson.
Ernie Hudson. Okay.
Yeah.
So all those scenes with Ernie Hudson that he's saying, they were written for Eddie Murphy, and you can hear it. You can hear those lines
because he was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
and Ghostbusters that was all Saturday Night Live guys.
And on top of it, he saved Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
Saturday Night Live was going downhill, so Eddie Murphy came on, and he pretty much was a breakout character on there. So he took off there, like I said, 48 hours. Took off from there.
Yeah. Well, 48 Hours was, I think, one of like his first movie, but he wasn't the star. He was the co-star. He was just the comic relief. Beverly Hills Cop was his first starring role.
Right. Even then, Judge Reinhold had a lot of screen time. They were really trying to push Judge Reinhold back then.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that he became like the cheesy cop. He was all like, he loved Cobra. Like he loved, in the second movie, he was all into like guns, and he was like, trying to be the cheesy action hero and shit. Well, that's lore.
Right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you how big Eddie Murphy was, and people won't believe this in here. Okay, so Eddie Murphy was so big, he dropped 2 comedy shows in the theater.
Yeah,
and they were some of the biggest movies of that year.
Yeah,
like who does that? Nobody does that. Like the only person that you think about, that's comparable to Taylor Swift nowadays.
Well, the only one who did, it was like Richard Pryor had a couple, and he just followed. Well, Eddie Murphy loved Richard Pryor. He was a big fan of
right.
Yeah. So, but I remember Richard Pryor like comedy movies like in the theater, and then Eddie Murphy continued that.
Yeah.
I mean, Raw was huge. I remember when Raw came out in the theater. That was, I think, that was huge.
And it was funny, just like before the internet, before memes, and gift coach people saying that before memes, all we had was Dave Chappelle jokes. Everybody knew Dave Chappelle. Well, back then in the 80s, everybody just had Eddie Murphy jokes.
Yeah,
because everybody saw him, everybody knew him. So
pretty much.
Yeah. Hold on, what do we got here? I'm ignoring the comments. Let's see. Did Mel Gibson?
No. Lethal Weapon came out in '88.
Yes, like years later.
Yeah. And Beverly Hills Cop was '84, so a good 4 years before Mel Gibson. Yep.
Yeah.
We was there.
Right. He was doing Mad Max at the time. So
yeah.
He was in Australia.
Yeah.
Next up is Eddie Murphy. Yeah, he's trying to get a solo donkey movie. I guess it won't match that Puss in Boots movie. I encourage everybody to watch that second Puss in Boots movie. That movie had no right to go as hard as it did. I'm just saying, just watch that movie.
Or the Dolomite movie. I mean, if you want to see Eddie Murphy in something, yeah, Eddie Murphy in the Dolomite movie is great. You know,
yes,
that was like his comeback. You know,
that was his comeback, and he was tailor-made. He was tailor-made for that movie.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So.
But yeah, I thought it was okay. I mean, I did like it better than the Coming to America or whatever.
That movie was trash. Coming to America,
yeah.
No.
They were just trying to. Okay, we're gonna bring back old characters and do the same shit we did last time because of fan service and nostalgia. Right. And like, yeah. And I felt like this movie did that too. But at least it kind of expanded. You know?
It felt like they tried in this movie.
Yeah.
Coming to America, like, let's just crank this shit out, just be done with.
But like, yeah, the whole nostalgia thing. Let's just rehab, like the Beetlejuice movie. I don't give a shit. You know,
right? And that's the thing. Like, too many of these movies just recreating the old movies. Like, we don't want to get this shit. But and like I said, this is still like a first time Netflix director, so he doesn't have that. And I'll be honest with you, Eli. The only thing that's knocking this movie for me, and I know this is a bad topic, but I saw Bad Boys 4 like 2 days before I saw this.
Oh,
so Bad Boys 4, and it's almost okay. The fourth movie of Bad Boys versus the fourth movie of Beverly Hills Cop. And I'm like, I like this movie, but I saw Bad Boy movie. The movie's awesome. It's my favorite movie of the year so far.
Oh, no shit.
So watching that and then watching this, I'm just like, I gotta knock him in. I can't put it on the same level as that. Because Bad Boys had, all that action shit, all that stuff like that, like action scenes, it was all there. Slick, it was there. Where this one still kind of felt like it was on a low budget level, and but
Eddie Murphy's
Paul Reiser's acting again. It got him to do something. So yeah. Should we do a Bad Boys? Well,
go ahead, man. Do a Bad Boys.
It's awesome. I did it. That's it. All right.
You're not gonna take a deep dive into the mythology.
I could, but what's the point? I will one of these days. I don't feel like I want to talk about Beverly Hills Cop. So yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got to talk about. I think I like the movie better than Eli did. I have fun with it. Now, keep in mind, saying that doesn't mean I'm gonna watch the movie again. It was a good one-time watch. I'm done.
Yeah. Because it sounded like you weren't even interested. I was like, yeah, because I was excited.
No, the reason I wasn't interested because of that shitty ass Coming to America movie. Yeah, like, well, if this is what Eddie Murphy is going to do, not only Eddie Murphy, or did you see that movie he did with Jonah Hill? That was also on Netflix.
No,
sucked, terrible.
Okay,
that's why I'm just like, if this is the movie type of movie he's going to put out on Netflix, I'm done. And I'm not too hot on Netflix movies anyway. Like everybody else go crazy over Netflix movies. Most Netflix are like, this shit sucks. This one, I thought. No, okay, for a Netflix movie, this is the perfect Netflix movie. When I get my Netflix subscription, this is what I expect. Because the thing is, Eli, you know me. I don't even keep my Netflix subscription. I only renew it when it's time to review shit on here. And then I just let it lapse and that's it. Now, I was very careful when I renewed it, Eli. There was a very specific reason why I renewed it and waited till Friday to watch Beverly Hills Cop.
Cobra Kai.
Huh? No. Hell no. That's you.
That's me. Next week, man. Whole hour.
No. Another band topic. The reason I'm doing it is because Rebel Moon Director's Cut comes out on August 3rd.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And we're going to review, Eli, all four. No, it's going to be 6 hours.
God damn. Cut. Oh, Jesus. This is why Acolyte is the best, the most watched fucking Disney show ever. This is why.
Oh man. And then I'm gonna do a deep dive on that. So yeah. But it's gonna be just in time for my Netflix subscription to expire. So I don't have to redo that shit again. So I'm gonna watch all 6 hours of Rebel Moon, review it, cut Netflix off, and that's it.
So is it both movies together or is it just part one?
They're releasing both of them at the same time. Each movie will have an extra hour of footage on both of them. So it's 6 hours, 3 hours apiece. Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
I can't wait, Eli. All right, so what we got?
Cobra Kai is bad as in awesome.
Right. It's the 80s. He's going into his 80s field.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah, that's my shit, man. You stick to the Saved by the Bell shit. Stick to that horse shit, motherfuckers. Go jerk off to iCarly, motherfucker.
Oh shit! All right, let's go ahead and slap a score on this bad boy. I'm gonna give it because, like I said, I saw Bad Boy, so I can't. I can't. I'm just gonna give it 3.5 out of 5.
I'll give it a 3.
Okay, I was like, because I know you had Galore than me, so
yeah. I mean, I thought it was okay. You know, it was weird because I was excited to see it. Maybe that's why I was like, I had excitement. And I shouldn't have been, you know. That's that's what I get for wanting to see something cool.
Well, so, here's the thing, Eli. We always talk about this nostalgia bait and all the stuff like that. That's what got me. The soundtrack. I mean, the Detroit Lions jacket. That got me. I'm in. You know, sell me on some shit like that. Is it jangling keys in my face? Yes, I don't care. So, all right. Let me say we move on next to part guys.
Sure.
Okay. The part where you made sure you had all your equipment fixed, Eli, just so we can talk about this. The Acolyte.
Oh, damn, man. Maybe I think my internet's going out again, man.
Eli, here's the reason, and I have an ulterior motive to talk about this, Eli, because each episode with the Acolyte, I have to see if you're going to break. I have to see if you're going to pull a Clockwork Orange on me. You haven't broken yet. I don't know if you broke it. Maybe you broke it already.
No, like we said, it's just okay.
No, we said that.
It's just okay.
The first 2 episodes, we did say it's okay.
And then we saw the cool lightsaber fight, which we all wanted to see. Right. And now it's all downhill for here. Okay. And that's what's going on. Now we're going to ride out this shit. And, you know, the mystery will be solved and that I don't care about. And yeah, I mean, it's just fine.
Okay.
It's funny that because last week, when the new episode dropped last week with the lightsaber duel and shit, like the internet went crazy, you know. Then Tuesday night rolled around this week, and nobody said nothing.
Nobody said anything. People just like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
I know you was waiting for me to say something.
Yeah, I was like, Leroy
episode is. Nah, I didn't say.
Yeah, anything. Even Leroy didn't say anything and shit.
I didn't say anything. Like nothing. No, it was bad. No, it was great. It's just like, no, I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just save my thoughts. I do have thoughts, Eli. I do have thoughts.
Yeah. So I watched it and I thought, yeah, okay, yeah, that tracks. We have the big cool action scene, and now we're gonna go back into exposition and shit and. You know, I will say this though. I thought this episode was a little bit more in tune to what I thought the show was going to be. You know,
expound on that.
So I thought, okay, this is about the Sith returning. That's what I thought this show was going to be about. So I thought this was going to be about the Sith or somebody trying to learn the Sith. I thought the Sith were going to be the main characters in this movie or this show, and that hasn't happened. We've had, Jedi cops and lame ass, corny ass witches and whatever, but this episode we focused on the Sith dude and where he's at and what he's doing and, a little day in the life.
We focus on the Sith.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Running around bucket naked, what those Sith do in their free time and shit, a day in the life of the Sith. Yeah.
Are you going to attack me without a weapon? Oh, you have a weapon. She's looking right at his dick, man. Come on, man. It wouldn't even play.
I was waiting for the RoboCop scene. You mind if I zip this up first?
See, Jake doesn't know anything about that. But...
yeah. So, I mean, I will admit that. Like, that's what I wanted more of. I wanted to see like the Sith. Or a Sith character, or someone who is going towards the Sith. That's what I thought the show was going to be about. But other than that, yeah, this was just exposition and
very interesting, Eli. So the show. So you're saying the show is not broken you yet?
No,
we're gonna get there, Eli. We're gonna get there. We're gonna break it.
Like I said, nothing has after Vader going, no.
We're gonna break you, Eli. You will be broken. All right. I got some thoughts too, but before I go, I want to see what we got. Here's what we Jake got. The RoboCop No, okay, Jake. Look, Eli. You let him slide one time. I'm gonna let him slide on that. All right. So here's my thoughts. It's just like you said, this show is exactly what you thought it was. This show is exactly what I thought it was. This episode solidified what I thought this show was, with the butt naked ass Sith dude running around, muscles everywhere and shit like that. And she just, oh, I'm evil now. Cause it's fading lightsaber and all this shit like that. So here's the thing. This show is a YA novel for Star Wars. That's exactly what it is. That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was going to be. And now this show solidified it. So this isn't Star Wars. This is Hunger Games. This is Twilight. This is Divergent. This is all that bullshit. This is that. They're trying to get that crowd, because all that shit is sci-fi. Whether we want to claim it's sci-fi or not, it's sci-fi. They want that crowd over here to Star Wars. And that's why you got muscly dude walking around butt ass naked, shit like that, because they're like, oh, and Eli, it's working. It's working. I just posted this shit in there just to see what happened. Because remember that meme I posted? I think I downloaded the wrong Star Wars movie. I posted this too. And you get all these women just showing up there like that. What show is this from? You're like, so gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. All right, so hold on, let me see. Oh, if she don't talk to it, I don't talk to it. Enoch, what's up? All right, so that's the thing. So, and they laid it on so thick. I get the episode. I get what they were trying to do, because he's trying to seduce her to the dark side. He's not trying to seduce her to the dark side. He's trying to fuck. That's all he's trying to do. That's the whole episode right there. I mean, yeah, if he gets to the dark side, that's cool. But yeah, that's the whole point of the episode, what they're trying to get to. So now she flip-flopping and the other chick flip-flopping and all this shit like that, whatever like that. But honestly, Eli, this show is becoming so predictable. Okay, you remember this scene? Oh, I know you remember this scene, but the point is, I'm showing you the whip marks on his back and shit like that. This show is so fucking predictable. We already know what happened to him. He got it from this chick, the whip chick, the green Jedi chick. I guarantee that we have it. That's his old master right there. I guarantee you. They're gonna square off in the last episode. Boom, the end. So that there you go. Spoilers. So what do we got? Show is hard to watch. It's terrible. Hey, that's what you say, Enoch. This show may have broken you, but it will not break Eli. So he is sticking in here. All right, let me say Eli out.
Like I said, it's the highest watched Disney show or something.
Well, see, that's it. We don't know. We don't know because Disney will not release the numbers. So you get all these right-wing YouTube, like any bad thing, they latch onto it. Some Nielsen ratings with Nielsen don't even exist anymore. They're like, oh, it's a lower show rating. Nobody fucking wrote on Nielsen. I got like 10 Nielsen stacks like on my desk right now. I just ignore. I don't look at that shit. But they use that as reason not to show. But at the end of the day, we don't know. We don't know what the numbers are until Disney releases them, and Disney never releases them. So we just got to take a grain of salt. I will say this: it's dominating social media. It's dominating social media than any Star Wars other than Mandalorian when they show Baby Yoda. As far as Ahsoka, Andor, Boba Fett, is that all of them? That's all of them.
Andor. Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, as far as like internet traffic, social media traffic, I've never seen as much social media traffic on YouTube, on Facebook, as TikTok, as the Acolyte. Everybody loves talking about this shit. I guarantee you, Eli, more people love hearing us bitch about this show than watching the show.
Well, yeah, because you got to watch it. You got to watch it to bitch about it.
So they all go together. So that's my thing. Let's see what we got here.
Damn, yeah, I have glasses. I can't read that for shit.
Yeah, we're hard to look away from. Yeah, but you're talking about it. That's the thing, Enoch. That's what they want. They want you to talk about it.
Yeah,
and you're playing into it. So, what do we got here? English
or Spanish?
Or Spanish? Who is that?
Well, which one do you understand?
Oh, you're gonna type it out. Tell you what, no. Type it out in Spanish. Type it out in Espanol. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna see how good my Espanol is. So test us out. We're gonna see. If not, I'm gonna pull out Google Translate fast as a motherfucker. So yeah. All right. So can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna skip that. Ooh, you're gonna hate this one, Eli. All right. So let's talk about Emma Roberts. This is a topic you love talking about.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. So everybody knows who Emma Roberts is. If you don't know who Emma Roberts is.
Scream Queens.
You seen that show?
Yeah.
Why have we never talked about Scream Queens on the show?
I don't know. I thought you don't like horror movies. You don't like scary movies.
But that show was awesome. I watched all seasons. I marathoned it. All right, hold on. Let me see what we got here.
The Boys.
The Boys. Now,
I didn't watch the new one yet.
Okay. Since Jake Axel, I'm gonna just briefly say some shit about The Boys.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna just briefly talk about it. Okay. So because Jake's here, I'm gonna just briefly talk about it. Jake, I know you saw the last episode. What do we got here? We're gonna talk about Batman and Spider-Man and how Batman sexually assaulted Spider-Man. Okay, yeah.
So okay.
That's the show.
Oh, that's not Black Noir?
No, that's Huey dressed up as Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was strapped to a table with handcuffs. Wow. I'm not even gonna talk about what they did to him. But anyway,
shit,
The Boys goes there. I'm just saying like that. I will say this: that motherfucker's not real, and I've been saying it for like. You remember Jeffrey D. Morgan? I'm spoiling it for you. Jeffrey D. Morgan on the show. He's not real.
It's a Khonshu thing.
Fight Club,
a Moon Knight thing.
Yeah, Moon Knight thing, and they try to play it off like it's supposed to be like this big thing. Like I figured it out by episode 2 that he wasn't real. But in this episode, they try to play it off big, like they had the big swelling music and shit like that, like Kaiser Sose and shit. Like, oh no, you made me like it was too obvious. Honestly, I thought they had already said it in like another episode and just forgot to mention it. So, but the thing is, they still got his wife on this, so now you got like a angel devil on his shoulder thing going on. Oh, Butch is going evil. They might have to fight him at the end of the show. Might have to kill him at the end of the show. The shit he's doing. So yeah, we'll see.
Well, yeah. Well, it does. Yeah. Well, we won't get into the comics, but yeah, he kind of sort of.
Yeah, it kind of goes there.
Yeah, it kind of goes back and forth as far as deviating.
Well, nobody's good on this show. That's kind of the whole point. There are no heroes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, that's Garth Ennis. Garth Ennis doesn't like superheroes, so he wrote this comic to be asshole superheroes as assholes.
Right. Good night. I thought you did. I thought he did good.
Yeah, I'm not a Moon Knight fan, so no comment.
Right, but he hates Star Wars, so yeah, so you two are best friends. So yeah. All right, so it's funny that you want to talk about Acolyte more than I do. No, I only want to talk about Acolyte because you don't want to talk about Acolyte. That's why I want to talk about it. Oh, that's it. Anyway, back to Emma Roberts. Okay. Scream. Okay, the reason I'm talking about her because a movie that you didn't see, Eli, Madam Web.
Yeah,
she was in it. Okay, so here's the thing about Emma Roberts. Emma Roberts came on an interview. She did some interview. Is making a lot of traction. She's saying that Madam Web flopped because the internet was too busy making fun of it because they made it a joke. That's why it flopped. So she's blaming you, Eli. You are the reason Madam Web flopped. How do you feel about that?
Okay, yeah, sure. I didn't see it.
Okay. But now here's the thing.
I didn't see it because you said it sucked.
And I did. It did suck.
I'm blaming you. It's you.
Oh, it's my fault. Okay. So here's the thing. Reason I want to talk about this because I'm seeing a trend going on around there. Not just with Emma Roberts, because I don't want to blame Emma Roberts. She's an actor. She got paid for a role. She did a job. She left. She did a thing. Cool. I'm not blaming her for anything. What I am doing is blaming Hollywood for this trend that they're doing. That anytime something flops or something fails or something to get the traction they want to, they blame us. They blame you. They blame me. They blame the listeners and all this shit like that. Furiosa didn't work because assholes. The Fall Guy didn't work because whatever the fuck like that. It's all your fault. You didn't go. We didn't see that shit because we didn't want to see that shit. Make shit we want to see. We'll go see it. We want to see Inside Out too. We saw that. Well, I didn't see it, but somebody
see it.
Somebody saw it. That's the whole point.
The kids saw it. Yeah.
The kids saw it. Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine comes out in 2 weeks. Guess what? Every motherfucker's going to go see that shit. Why? Because it's shit people want to see. Nobody wants to see fucking Madam Web. People wanted to see Dune. Make shit people want to see and they do it. Stop blaming us for shit you want to do. That's like us going to a restaurant They spit in our food, serve it to us. We don't want to eat it, and they get mad at us because we don't want to eat the food. Like, we didn't want that shit. Give us what we want. Serve us. No one the hope I heard. He at the end. Oh, no.
His heart broke me dang hard at the end. Yeah,
no,
it was sad. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It broke us in 2021 also. Yeah. Let's see. So that's all I got. I just want to just say that, be done with it. Hollywood keeps doing this thing, and the more they're gonna do it, because the thing is, Eli, just like we said, like I said, Madam Web sucked. You said Madam Web sucked. You know what they get from that shit? We hate women. That's what they get from that. That's the takeaway. So
yeah,
just like Acolyte, with the same thing with Acolyte. Eli, you have some good criticism with it. You have some things you're saying about it. I have things about it. Guess what? Automatically, we hate women. That's all that matters. Or we're racist. You know, we hate black women. I guess. I don't know. Or green women or whatever the fuck. Wookiee women. I don't know. So, what did it take Tom Holland get back together with? Okay. Yeah. Me too. Oh, MJ? Okay. It may happen. Who knows? So, but yeah, let me say it can move on to the next part of the podcast.
Sure.
All right, Eli, I'm about to lighten the mood. Not for you, for me. So, all right, so we're gonna talk about video game. We're gonna talk about Evo. Now, for those that don't know, that have been following this podcast for a while, they know how excited I get for Evo. Because Evo, for those that know, is the nerd Super Bowl. You know. So that's why I want to talk about it. I want to see if I got we found it. It popped up. I didn't think it was going to pop up, but it popped up. Okay. So Evo is next week. The biggest fighting game tournament of the year is going to be in Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay, and they're showing the footage of the game breakdown. I'm going to just read them out, even though I know everybody can see it and read, but I'm going to call it out anyway. So you got Street Fighter 6, 5,000 people in there. That is the second biggest entry in Evo history. I think the biggest was like Street Fighter 5 when it first came out, but that's the second biggest, and it's still growing. So this number is even higher than what it was before. Second, Tekken 8. Third is Guilty Gear Strive. I'm not really feeling that game, but I guess people like it. What do we got here? Grand Blue something. Played it, didn't care about.
Fantasy Versus. I never even heard of that.
I think I played it because I think it's on Xbox Live or PlayStation something. One of those things. I played it, didn't give a shit about it. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. This game is 25 years old, and it did those numbers. My opinion, this is my favorite fighting game of all time. I love this game. I play it all the time. You see me stream, this is what I stream. I am so happy Evo brought it back, put it in there, and it's in there, even though it's 25 years. But people are still finding new stuff on this game 25 years later. Keep going. Under Night in Birth. I don't give a shit about the game. And Eli, this is what I love so much right here. Mortal Kombat. With the second to the last entry on there, because fuck Mortal Kombat. I don't give a shit about Mortal Kombat. I am so glad it's down. I wish it was lower than what it was now. So, and then at the scraping the bottom of the barrel, King of Fighters 15, so whatever it is. So that's it. Evo is next week. I think I'm taking off work next week. So if I am taking off work next week, I may stream it. I don't know. We're gonna see.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna enter Eli. I know you see that 5,000 whatever like that. I'm not gonna enter.
Man,
I've accepted it.
You're not doing your finger push-ups and shit.
I've accepted it, Eli. I'm an old man. I've accepted it. I'm gonna let you youngins, you whippersnippers have it, but I'll watch it and I'll enjoy from the sideline. So yeah. Then we say we can move on to next part of the podcast.
Sure.
Okay, like I said, it's comic book bullies. We're talking about comic books. We're gonna jump into it. Eli, let you go first. I'm gonna see what you got there.
I only got two.
I only got two.
All right. Well, I'll
this isn't gonna be long. We're gonna get in it.
All right. Well, I'll do this Werewolf by Night.
Okay, because I want to know. Okay, what the hell is Evo?
He just wants attention. He just wants attention now.
Are you new here?
He's like an ex-girlfriend texting you and shit.
Oh, don't worry, Jake. Your ass gonna find out next week if you listen to the show. All right. So what do we got here? Werewolf by Night. There you go. Werewolf by Night. Okay, because I want to hear about this one. Because this is another Blood Hunt tie-in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear I'm enthused.
For those who don't know, they haven't been keeping up with this. So for the last 2 or 3 months, the Marvel universe has been fighting vampires. Avengers been fighting vampires. X-Men fighting vampires. Black Panthers fighting vampires. Blade is a vampire.
T'Challa's a vampire.
Oh yeah. Every black person in Marvel universe is a vampire now.
Yeah.
Blade.
Yeah, and it's led by Blade.
A vampire.
Yeah. led by Blade, who is being possessed by the very first vampire demon ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going on. Blood Hunt is the big Marvel event going on right now. And this is one of the tie-ins. Yeah, the Avengers are, it's a big event. Anyways, this is a tie-in. This has got Werewolf by Night, Jake Gomez.
Okay, so not Jack Russell.
Not Jack Russell. This is Jake Gomez, the native teenager who has the werewolf curse.
Before you go for it, who wrote this?
This guy James Lowe. Some Asian dude. Some Asian guy named James Lowe.
Okay. Reason I'm saying that because Taboo got a new song out.
Oh yeah, no, Taboo.
I think he's on the Beverly Hills soundtrack.
No, Taboo. I know Taboo's the go-to Marvel writer whenever they have an indigenous superhero.
Let's get it started.
Yeah, but Taboo did not write this one.
Okay. Hold on, let me see what Edok got a paragraph here. Okay, let's see here. New Dragon Ball, like throwbacks. If you're into that, we drop average a few months back. Yes, Enoch. Okay, so yeah, one of our band topics is anime. Eli, you wouldn't hear when I just added to the list. So yeah. Anyway, let's start the review. Okay, yeah. So Werewolf by Night. This is Jake Gomez, the Native American teenager. He's Hopi. He's from Arizona. And he is basically training. He goes to this like shut down amusement park with dinosaurs and shit to train. Pee-wee Herman went to in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Probably. Anyways, he's training. He listens to music, shitty music, while
Drake.
while he fucking Kid Cudi. He was a Kid.
Kid Cudi is acquired taste. It depends on the song.
So he's listening because music is what it gives him control over the werewolf when he turns into a werewolf. Yeah. He listens to music to keep so he can stay in control of the beast. And while he's doing that, he finds all these like goth teenagers. They resurrect this demon. This demon comes, the ghost of one of the guy's uncles. And then it turns into this big soap opera that I didn't really give a shit about. And then Jake gets his ass whooped for like most of the comic. I'm like, damn, the native guy just can't. The natives can never get their ass, not get their asses kicked.
Can't he just wolf out of some shit?
No, he doesn't until the end. He finally wolfs out at the end and then kills everybody. In the last 2 pages. And that's about it. Then some cops show up and they're vampires, so he kills the cops too.
Okay.
So the ending of this book was pretty cool. I thought just werewolves versus vampires. That's all you needed. But he had these like goth.
Why is he getting his ass kicked by vampires? I mean,
or by these demons that these little goth kids like resurrecting these demons and shit and ghosts and I don't know. I thought it was okay. When he finally does wolf out, like in the last few pages, that's pretty cool. But for the most part, this book was like, even for a tie-in, like you couldn't just have him whipping vampires' asses. What,
Eli? You may have not liked this book, but I'm gonna have some good news for you later on in this episode.
Oh,
I got some good news for you in this episode. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I thought this was just the art was cool, but a little lackluster, and it's a blood Blood Hunt is just okay.
I'm so sick of these fucking vampires, man. Yeah. That's all about it. Just give me something else, man.
Yeah. I was like, it's just an okay event. And like at least all you had to do was like vampire versus werewolves. That's all we needed. But they went to the soap opera shit with the ghost and the kid's uncle, and I don't know who any of these motherfuckers are and why. And then he kills them all. And I guess there's because they're doing the R-rated versions of the book.
Right.
So I wonder if that was it really shows them ripping everybody apart. That would be kind of cool. But because I didn't get the R-rated version, I don't get to see any of that.
What they're gonna do.
It's all off panel.
They're gonna release that down the road to make you buy this shit twice.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I'm like, fuck this whole event also.
Yeah, because I tried. I gave Blood Hunt a thorough try. Like I went to the comic book store, like, hey, where's the fucking red band version of Blood Hunt? Oh yeah, we sold out. Like, really? Okay, so
they're not digital, so
yeah, they're not digital. You know, I've seen some of the panels, and yeah, they go pretty hard, but you know, yeah. So other than that, it's just and this was just yeah. And to tell the truth, I didn't really care. Fuck it, it's a 2 out of 5.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you know, it could have been simple. Just have him rip up vampires.
That's what I'm saying. You know? I was actually like, just because I didn't know there was a Werewolf by Night. But they're like, okay, we're fighting vampires.
Yeah,
Werewolf fighting vampires. Just run through vampires like the whole book.
Yeah,
no talking. Just
yeah,
splash pages.
Yeah, like
I would have bought it.
Yeah, have him team up with Dino or whoever, or somebody. Red Wolf. They mentioned Red Wolf. Red Wolf is somewhere else, or have Red Wolf be a vampire. I don't know, something like like there's so many ways this shitty throwaway comic could have been cooler.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, where were we? Okay, next part of the podcast. Okay, Eli. I don't know where you are with this one. I kind of know without you even saying anything, because what you didn't say says something. So we're gonna go with Absolute Power. Okay. Like I said, Marvel has their summer blockbuster. DC has their summer blockbuster. This is their thing. They just started. This is Absolute Power #1. Even though this is the first issue, they've been building this for a while. But now we're finally here where we need to be at. So Absolute Power, summer blockbuster, where the Justice League fights the Trinity of Evil. Let's go. All right, so book starts off with like I said, you got some guys in Metropolis. They're robbing something. Who gives a shit what they're robbing? Point is, it tricked the silent alarm, and even though nobody else can silent alarm, Superman can hear the silent alarms. So he visions them, freezes the helicopter, about to take him in. And then one of the guy gets nervous, like, no, Superman, I can't go back. And they're like, why are you going to shoot Superman? He's Superman. If you shoot him, he's just going to piss him off. They're going to really kick our ass. He's like, no, I can't go back to jail. So he shoots at Superman and hits him. And Superman like, the fuck? And sees blood. Yeah.
Ouch.
And see blood going down. He's like, oh, shit. And then he just falls. And you got this awesome panel. Even though they've been broadcasting this panel.
Oh yeah, we've seen this scene like it was a preview in like every DC book for the past.
Oh, just on Facebook and social media, like on DC's page, they just show this shit Absolute Power #1.
Like every DC comic, we've seen this preview. So
so they're like, what the fuck happened? So so Superman gets shot with a bullet, regular ass bullet. And that's what happened to him. So all right, moving on past that. So that's your cold open. So then we got Animal Man. And he gets the shit beat out of him. Why he gets the shit beat out of him? We're about to find out why he got the shit beat out of him. And we see Batman and Robin looking at Animal Man getting the shit beat out of him. Why? Because they're realizing something isn't right because Animal Man got jumped. But they're looking at the news and everybody else and they see other shit going on. Shazam killed some people in Philadelphia. Mr. Terrific is just like, that didn't happen. I was with him at the time when it happened. We fought like Giganta. None of that shit happened is real on TV. You see Nightwing and that whole Beast World shit. Are they talking about this or are they talking about something else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, they're saying whatever we're saying in the news, we killed those people. We didn't do that. And then you got Green Lantern and Supergirl killing a bunch of people. And they're like, no, Supergirl's off planet. She's like got a mission off planet somewhere. And Hal Jordan don't even have a ring right now. So all of this shit is fake. So what the hell is going on?
Deep fakes.
A deep fake. Exactly. Firestorm, blurring up people. Blue Beetle people. So you got this shit like, what the fuck is going on? And that's when they're like, no, all of this shit is AI. It's deep fakes. It's Chat GPT. All this shit is fake. Somebody is hacking like the news site and posting this fake shit of us doing it, but it's so realistic. The public's not even questioning it. They're just taking information, just running with it, and they're attacking us anytime they see it because they think we attacked them, even though we didn't do any of that shit. So to believe it, and then even the Daily Planet is looking like, so everybody is running this story about this fake stuff going around, except the Daily Planet. And Clark Kent's just like, well, Lois, I'm gonna go out and see what's going on. And then Lois' assistant just push him out the way, like, yeah, Clark, get the fuck out of here. We got important shit to talk about, And she's basically telling him, and it's Lucille, she's saying, like, look, why aren't we running this story? And Lois is telling him, we can't run this story because we don't have proof. Newspapers used to have proof before they ran shit. That's how this stuff used to go. That's how journalism used to be. And then that's when Jimmy Olsen telling Lois, you might need to see this. She's like, oh, what is this? We got this covered running the site. Like, no. That's
there you go. There you go, plugging other sites.
Hey, when the last time you seen a We Got This covered? I don't even know if they exist anymore. But anyway, Jimmy's trying to tell her, no, that's us. Like, we're running this fake shit right now. She's like, how did we do it? I didn't authorize this. You're like, we've been hacked. So this deep fake shit, this AI shit running around right now, this fake video, stuff like that, everybody's running right now because everybody's being hacked by the same source and nobody can track the original source. So yeah, they're running this 24/7 and we're part of the problem now because we're running fake news. So yeah. And who's running it? Amanda Waller. So dun, 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 she's behind this whole shit. So what is she doing? What is she doing? Meanwhile, in the Hall of Order, because they kicked the Justice League out and she took over their old building. So yeah, and you got Sarge.
And this has been going on for like the past couple of years.
This has been a while. This has been a long time making. You got Sarge Steele. He's been like a Wonder Woman villain. He's popped up from time to time. He's like the right hand. They're basically saying what's going on. So like, what's her plan? So her plan is to run this fake news article 24/7 to make the people not trust the superheroes. Because she's like, yes, okay, y'all say it's fake news and y'all say it's disinformation, but these superheroes have absolute power. You see what I'm saying? So since they have absolute power and they have no oversight and no control, they can turn us any time. All I'm doing is just showing them what would happen if they did that. So it's not disinformation. It's what could happen if we're not too careful. So that's what I'm doing right now. And that's what the Lex Luthors and the Jokers never understood with their plan. You don't need fear gas. You don't need, telepathy or mind control. I control the media. If you control the media, you control their minds. I can just run this shit 24/7 and people will believe anything I show them. And all I got to do is have a catchy slogan, like don't trust superheroes, shit like that. They'll believe anything I show them. But
just repeat it 50,000 times.
And repeat it 50,000 times. It's indoctrination. Just how you hear a song on the radio that you don't like, but you hear it 3 times a day, and all of a sudden, I ain't never read the same baby. That $1 Million Baby song, you can't stop listening to it. So yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about? So how is she pulling this shit off? How is she hacking the world? The Brainiac Queen. That thing that Superman fought in that last run that we talked about.
Yeah, that they rushed to. We had to get this done so we can start absolute power.
And we said that they just threw that shit out the way and get to this. So Waller has it. How Waller get hands on it? I'm pretty sure they explain it. I ain't got time for this shit. Anyway, Waller
it's in a tie-in.
Yeah, it's in some tie-in we didn't read. Point is, she hooked up the Brainiac Queen to the internet, and now that's how she's hacking everything and running any footage she wants to run. But the problem is, even hacking the world is too much a little bit for even the Brainiac Queen. So that's when Failsafe shows up. They rush through that storyline also to get him out of the way. And he's just like, look, Waller, you can't get to run out of power because it takes too much power to hack the world from this stopping it. So we need to activate phase 2. And she's like, okay. And Failsafe is like, I just need the word. You're like, okay, you got the word. Let's do it. He's like, cool. Task Force 7 has been activated.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Failsafe is Robot Batman.
Yes, maybe Zur-En-Arr, but we're not really sure.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they may have killed Zur-En-Arr. Whatever. They explain it in Italian. So yeah. So anyway, so this is the Trinity of evil: Amanda Waller, Brainiac Queen, and Failsafe. So Robot Batman, Chick Brainiac, and Amanda Waller. So yeah.
Brainiac.
Yeah, so that's it. So even Cyborg can't hack the hack. He's Cyborg, like that. He has no other use but that.
Yeah,
he can't hack it. Oracle can't hack it. The Metal Men can't hack it. Batman is calling everybody he can to hack the hack, and they can't stop it. Just like, I don't know, y'all keep working on it. So basically, what the plan is, so since we can't stop the hack, every superhero get out on the streets, hit the streets, save people, stop crying, so people can visually see you saving people and not through the internet, things like that. So they can see what's going on right now.
Yeah, go outside, nerds.
Right. Touch grass. And they always stay in a pair, stay with each other just in case. Because don't go out by yourself, and your ass gonna end up like Animal Man. You know. So they do that, and Superman's just like, okay, make sure they trust you. And now we're back in the scene where Superman is getting spied on, and then boom, he gets hit by something, and that's when he gets shot. So now we're caught up from the original page. So you got Superboy and John Kent. They can hear Superman get shot, like, oh shit, I got shot, you know. So they go save him. They catch him, and they realize, okay, what the fuck, Superman bleeding? Like, what did he get hit by? Like, he got hit by a bullet, a regular ass bullet, and apparently he has no power. So we need to take him to a hospital. And that's when they're flying, and then they get examined by the same thing Superman got examined by. Boom, and they lose their powers. Bam. Down. So, and that's when Batman's like, what the fuck going on? Like, and okay, so the hack has stopped. Oracle's saying the hack has stopped, but that just means something else is about to get started, because soon as the hack stops, they're getting a call from the House of Order, and it's Amanda Waller. Now, why is this so weird? Because Amanda Waller publicly doesn't exist. Her whole point is that, you know, she doesn't exist to the public. Nobody knows who she is. Now she's showing everybody on the internet who she is, announcing herself, telling what she's doing. She's like, I know you hate superheroes. I made sure you don't hate superheroes, but now I'm going to take care of the superhero problem for you. And all over the world where all these superheroes are, they get hit with the same shit Superman got hit by. All get depowered. Who they get depowered by? Amazo. I'm trying to get to it. Yeah. So for those who know who Amazo, and I'm sorry, not even Amazo, Amazos.
Yeah, Amazo
plural.
bots.
Yeah, Amazo bots. So the thing is, so one of these things are a Justice League villain. One of them can take down the whole Justice League by themselves. Like, can copy this Justice League powers, steal Justice League powers, all that bullshit like that. But Failsafe made an Amazo army specifically dedicated to each hero so they can depower them and take them out. And they're all over the world taking everybody out. So they have no, they don't even know what hit them. And that's why Amanda Waller is doing what she's doing, because she's pulling like an Ozymandias. Oh, I've already done this 30 minutes ago. So, and Batman realized Amanda Waller outsmarted him. So the fight's over before it even begun. So everybody can take it out. Everybody can take it out. And the public are glad they're getting taken out. Even the Spectre is getting taken out. So
Constantine's got no magic.
Wonder Woman getting the shit beat out of her. They're done. They don't even know what they got hit so fast. They know what happened. And that's when Batman's just like, damn, we got hit too fast. I don't know what the hell going on. Well, at least Amanda Waller doesn't know this channel that we're on right now. Everybody respond to the red channel. Amanda Waller doesn't know. And that's when you hear a voice like, yeah, she does know bats. And she's like, Green Arrow? You're like, yeah, Green Arrow. And Green Arrow, if you look closely, has a Task Force 7 symbol on his wrist. He's joined Amanda Waller. He's part of the Suicide Squad. Mm-hmm. And she was like, Green Arrow, what the fuck you doing? And Green Arrow was like, I told you, Batman. I told you what would happen if y'all kept acting like gods. Humanity was going to turn on you because y'all throwing around too much power. They don't trust you. So I had to side with Waller. I had to switch over to this side. And plus, she knows everything. She's done everything. You can't outsmart a Batman. It's over with. She's outthought you on every situation. I'm gonna tell you how deep this shit is gone. So, and then they show like that whole thing, like the Superman book where you can't go outside the planet because they ban people from Earth. Amanda Waller caused that shit. She made a deal with the aliens to trap everybody there. Not only she done that, she cut off the multiverse. She cut off the time stream. You can't go. No time travelers can get there. You can't happen from the multiverse and save you. You're done. That's it. And then Green Arrow was just like, okay, you're thinking you fought a Amazo before. Okay, we just destroyed the Amazo. We can have powers back. And wrong. Amanda Waller thought of that shit too. You can't get your powers back. It's done. It's permanent. It's over. And so they got all this shit going on. And then you also see, John Kent getting dragged off while Superman is bleeding out. He's getting dragged off by one of the Amazo bots. And you can see the Justice League just getting this shit beat out of him. To be continued. But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Because John Kent wakes up with all this shit hooked into him. And he's like a brainiac, I guess.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought they were turning him into an Amazo bot, but I don't know.
Maybe. They could be. Yeah. It's kind of confusing, but that's going on right now. So yeah. So Justice League versus ChatGPT. That's storyline. So I'm cool with that. Is it comparable to Terminator? Of course it is. Yeah.
You know what this reminded me of?
What's that?
Fucking Fall of X.
Yes, that's the same thing because it was a whole bunch of robots. You know what, Eli?
It was
I bet you the same storyline.
Stark Sentinels, yeah.
The Stark Sentinels, because think about it. Okay, because wasn't that storyline? The Sentinels turned on the humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Failsafe's gonna fuck over Amanda Waller. We already know this. So it's gonna end the same way. They're gonna turn on each other. So yeah. But here's the thing, Eli. I know it's predictable. I know we've seen the story 1,000 times. Robots take AI taking over the world and shit like that. I don't care. I can look at this shit as much time. I'm on board. I'm ready to go.
Well, yeah. I'm just gonna read the tie-in. I mean, no, I'm not gonna read the tie-in.
Don't read the tie-in.
I'm just gonna read the main book. Like I was really tempted to read that Batman book this week.
Mm-hmm.
But
But here's the thing, and I should have read that Green Arrow book last week because the Green Arrow book was tied into it. They're like, and they even said, DC said it, you need to read the Green Arrow book before you start Absolute Power. I didn't read it.
I didn't read it. I did read the last week, the anthology or whatever, the lead up to this,
mm-hmm.
You know, the different things, and the different characters and all that shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna read the main book. I'm not gonna go into like,
But Eli, they're building up to one thing that I really, really want to see.
Yeah.
Batman beating the shit out of Green Arrow.
Oh,
you know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. I can't wait. Because remember, Batman has a contingency plan for everybody in the Justice League but Green Arrow. Why? Because he just put hands on him. So that shit is coming.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. All right. So but now
I'm
gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Good, strong start. I don't know where it's gonna go because you know this thing can go up and down. But as far as a start, I'm in there.
I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3.5 just because I didn't know like this felt like I needed to know a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But I got, you know.
Well, here's the thing.
I got the gist of it.
You're more prepared than I am because you read that Beast World Titan stuff and that ties into this.
Yeah, well, that's Waller. That was Waller basically making her moves and becoming this villain. She was making her moves through the Titans book, through the Nightwing book, you know. Waller's been making these moves for a while. I read some of that one Suicide Squad run like a couple years ago, but she's been preparing for this. Like, that Hall of what's she take the Hall of Order? The Hall of Order, that was in the Titans. Like she's been trying to like slander the Titans in that whole run.
Yeah, even that Wonder Woman book, the Tom King book we're not reading.
Oh yeah.
Even implied she's behind all this shit.
Okay, yeah, I'm not reading that one. But she's been preparing. Like this is supposed to be the Waller event.
Yeah.
So
Waller in game. Let's. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's see where we go.
Yeah.
Oh, and if everybody wants to know why Lex Luthor isn't involved in this shit, because if you follow,
he's stupid now.
He's stupid now. He got mind wiped or some dumb shit. So yeah. So he. So anyway, all right. So what you got next?
I got Grommets number 2.
Now, did you ever do Grommets number 1?
No, because it came out and like it wasn't on digital that one week. It was supposed to be on digital and I couldn't find it. And then it show up for like the next week, and by that time we were talking about something else. I don't know.
I'm just making sure I wasn't tripping. That's all.
Okay, so Scarlet number 2, I thought came out this week, but it wasn't on Kindle. It wasn't on Comixology.
Yeah.
But I thought it came out this week. So I was like, I was out. It was supposed to be me reviewing Scarlet, but I don't know. So Grommets number 2 actually came out last week. So I'm just going to review it since there's really not much else I read. It's kind of sort of light week, kind of sort of a retro review. A last week retro as in 1 week ago.
It's the internet. 2 days is retro. So.
Yeah. So Grommets. So this comic is written by Rick Remender and Brian Posehn.
No shit. Really?
Yeah.
Why did you leave with that? Okay.
And it's just about these skater kids in the 80s. It's just a slice of life of skater kids in the 80s in Cali, just having fun, being skateboard punks, listening to punk rock and metal. I mean, this is right up my alley. It's making all references to metal bands, punk rock, skate culture. Yes, I used to try to skate. I used to skateboard when I was in high school. I basically dressed just like that kid right there. You know,
you're not the only skateboarder on this podcast.
Okay, yeah, I used to skate.
Remember,
too?
I was obsessed with the Ninja Turtles. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, and then during COVID, I tried skating again and blew out my knee trying to ollie and shit. Okay. Not from wiping out. Well, I did wipe out sometimes, but no, my knee started getting sore from with all the jumping and shit. You know. But yeah, I mean, I recognized everything in this. I recognized the Bones Brigade. I recognized the Steve Caballero decks, the Lance Mountain, all the names that they were dropping. The kid's wearing an Iron Maiden shirt. He's got Minor Threat and Bad Brains patches and just all the punk rock, the whole skate culture. That's all this is. It's just these two kids, you know, growing up in the 80s. And yes, it's full of like 80s. So it's all the crew jokes, everything us old folks grew up with and made fun of that you can't say anymore because we'll get canceled and shit. That's what's all in here. Yeah. So, and yeah, they're two outcasts, you know, they're bullied, they're made fun of, and they just find friendship, you know, with each other, skateboarding. This new issue, they meet a bunch of girls who skate. It's like girl skate crew, and they just go hang out with them. They go, it's a day of them hanging out, going to the skate park, skating through the parking garages. You know, one of the girls fucking, you know, beats up a security guard and shit. There's a fire. This one of the kids has a crush on her, and like, that's the cool thing. This takes like a very over the top, almost like fantastical way of storytelling. Mm-hmm. You know, it turns the 80s into like almost like it's a fantasy land. You know. Like a forgotten era, you know, you know what I mean? A time long ago, you know, eons ago, like the beginning of Lord of the Rings or something.
In the 1900s. So.
Yeah, in the yeah. I remember in my bones or whatever. The 80s, you know, when people were listening to the Beastie Boys and skateboarding, and yeah, they're like referencing LL Cool J. There's LL Cool J lyrics and shit. But yeah, so he's talking about this chick that he has a crush on, and he's like, yeah, she like what? Yeah, she killed her whole family, and shit. That shows her chopping up her family. Damn, okay. Like it's just a rumor. It's like she's just this tall tale. She's this badass chick, you know. She threw this big ass party, and then her dad beat her up. So then he killed her, or she killed him. And chopped off his head, and I like made up this whole story, and you see it play out. But you know, it's just all tall tales and stuff like that.
Right.
And you know, it's just, you know, not taken seriously. It's just over the top, kind of cartoony goofiness. So yeah, I mean, it's just a slice of life tale. You know, these kids are skaters, growing up in the 80s. It's of that time, and that's about it. You know, it's just these guys just having fun, you know, doing this shit. You can tell that. You know, I know Rick Remender. I was reading Deadly Class, and he was all into punk rock. That took place in the 80s, and you know, he was all into punk rock and mosh pits and shit, and of course Brian Posehn's like a metalhead too. So yeah, I get the references. I get the time. I grew up during that time, so yeah, I'm digging on it. I thought this was really well done, and yeah, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Oh, okay, killing with this one. All right.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Yeah.
All right. So what is a grommet? You probably said it, but what is that?
I don't know. Oh, did they say it was like a new kid or something? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but they reference like Betty's, which is like a girl skater, and other things and shit like that. They do references all the tricks and stuff, and you know, yeah, and then the artwork, you can see the posters and the deck designs, and you know, the Mike McGill, you know, boards, and the Steve Caballero deck, and yeah, I'm going into like deep, you know, they're referencing Thrasher magazine and all that stuff, you know. Okay. You know, yeah, it's just skater shit, you know, and punk rock shit, and the 80s, and you know, so yeah.
Cool. All right. So, all right, Eli, with this next book. I'm gonna put a smile on your face.
Okay.
Okay. It's a Blood Hunt tie-in.
Oh shit.
A Blood Hunt tie-in with PSYLOCKE #1.
Oh, I thought about it. I almost got this.
Sexy PSYLOCKE. So you know I had to go there. I had to see, let's test it out, see what we have going on here. So yeah, we're gonna review this. It's still a Blood Hunt tie-in. She's doing whatever the fuck. We're just gonna get to it. So yeah, she fight vampires. Let's go. Or does she? Actually, she don't.
Does she? Does it?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Let's just see. She
That
fights
would-
something. Yeah.
That would be, obvious.
Right. You would think, but this is Marvel. So let's see. All right. So the book starts off with we're in Osaka, Japan. We're
It goes night.
Yeah, it's right at sundeath. So it's daytime right now, but boom, sundeath. So those don't know what sundeath is. If you keep it with the blood hunt, basically sundeath is when the whole earth went blackout. And that's when the vampires and demons.
Blade put a curse over the earth to make to block out the sun.
Yeah. So it happened right.
So vampires can roam the night.
Roam
the eternal night.
Yeah, and they all roamed all at the same time, exactly right then. Mm-hmm. But this isn't a vampire. Because what happened is the mama went black. All you're hearing is, "Am I pretty? Am I pretty?" And looking around, just like, what the? Bam! Chopped his head off. Am I pretty? We will find out about this later on. So anyway, we're going to Sexy PSYLOCKE. I'm sorry, that's her name from now on. So, and it turns out she is so beautiful. And now I see that actually ties into the story. We're going to go back into that for a second. Anyway,
shit! Is there a theme? Has this got commentary?
Now, yes. Just when I see this, "You're so beautiful," I'm like, oh,
it's deep.
Now we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Anyway, so what is PSYLOCKE doing? Bathing, butt naked. What? As she always does.
The Acolytes, the episode of the Acolyte.
Is that like, I didn't see you there. And who's watching her? Grey Crow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's right. Shit.
Yeah.
Hi-yo.
Yeah. So and she's just like, "Why don't you jump on this tub with me? It's getting lonely." And Grey Crow can because he's a cyborg, or I guess,
or half of him. Yeah,
half a cyborg. So you can't do who like. And she's just like, "We came here to take our armor off." He was like, "Well, you got to take your armor off first," because they're being vulnerable with each other. Because for those that don't know about PSYLOCKE, okay, so the thing is, for like the last few years in the X-Men comics, a white woman hijacked her body and was running around with it. So yeah.
That's how they fixed it. Okay,
that's how they fixed it. It's no longer a thing. So yeah. I'm simplifying it, but you get the point. Yeah. So anyway, they're about to kiss. I guess there's a thing. But
because back to what was that book that I was reading?
What was that book?
Hellions.
Okay.
Yeah,
or Midnight Angels or some shit. Okay.
Yeah, Hellions and Grey Crow had the hots for her, but she was she was didn't have time for that yet. She was too big. Ain't got time for love. She's too busy whipping ass and shit. So.
Right. So now she's taking time.
So it's about time. So yeah, we it's been some years and now they finally hooked up. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So right before they seal the deal, boom, sundeath.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that it's getting started. So and she's like doing her psychic shit. She can feel all the pain and terror in the city and shit like that of Osaka. She's like, "What? Time to go to work. I'm butt naked, but I got my sword in the tub." So she goes there, and now you get this awesome panel of them overlooking the city, of Osaka, Japan, and seeing what's all going on. And they decide to jump in. Like no one else dies tonight. So she goes down there. They do the superhero landing. They find some people. Oh, and they just see a bunch of people just dead bodies all over Japan. I mean, all over the Osaka. Yeah. So this and she uses psychic powers to find out who's still alive. She finds them, frees them. She's like, "Don't hurt me." She's like, "No, it's gonna be okay." And that's when you hear, "Am I pretty?"
Oh, damn! He's got an alien gun. The gun from Aliens.
I guess so. Oh, well, see, here's the thing. You're like, you say aliens. I say Halo. It's the same gun. It's the same gun because Halo ripped it off, but you know what I mean. But anyway, PSYLOCKE just jumps into action. She just starts attacking people and shit. She sees like a bunch of bats flying around, and she attacked before they hit Grey Crow. She's like, "What the hell? Like, what the fuck is that?" And then she's like, "Something's here," and she's like, "Demon." And that's when he hears, "Oh, that's right. They got attacked by what is the thing that was in Naruto." That's an
Okay.
Oricho or Orichi, I think.
I don't know. One of
Something like that.
those anime demons.
Yeah, anime demons like that. Yeah, no, those things like that. So they start attacking the street like that. That's thing that's sending them. Psylocke goes into action. Great Crow goes into action. He pulls like another gun out of his thing. She's stabbing, psychic blade, all that shit like that going to work. And Great Crow shoots her. It's like, oh, you gonna shoot me? So Great Crow.
Oh, he's whipping out all kinds of guns. Huh?
Yeah, he gets eaten. So the end. Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Oh, but he blasts through the stomach.
Blorch.
Yeah, so he blasts through the stomach. And as soon as he blasts through the stomach, that's when he hears, "Am I pretty?" And he's like, "Am I pretty?" And that's when, boom, he's like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, is this from the Scissor Smiler woman or something?
Are you familiar with this?
Yeah, I saw a movie. It was like a Japanese horror movie with she has like a fucked up smile. With I think it was
like, I was hoping you wouldn't know what this was.
Okay.
But then I forgot it's a horror thing, so of course you would know what it was. So, yeah.
Sorry. Didn't mean to fuck you up and shit.
You're good. Anyway, she tries to like stab him with the scissors, but like I said, he's half cyborg and he has a healing factor. It doesn't kill him immediately like it did everybody else. Because she killed everybody else over there. She tells everybody get to safety, it's okay. And then she's like, what the hell happened? And yes, Smiler woman. Yeah, that's the thing. So this is ancient Japanese lore.
The slit mouth woman. Yes, I've seen that movie. That's the movie.
I'm trying to see the name. It's Kuchisaka. I said that wrong. I didn't mean that. I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway, slit mouth woman. Let's go with that. Anyway,
Suki Haki Hot Saki Su. Suck it to me.
I suck it to you. Only time we're going to reference that movie on here. That movie gave me trauma. So anyway.
Yo, Leroy!
Anyway, so they do the anime thing. They're fighting and shit like that.
Oh, am I the prettiest? There's another. Am I
the meanest?
That's in this comic. Like
that is in his comics. So they may be referenced in the movie also. So yeah. Anyway, so she like, you don't understand me. You don't know where I came from. I am suffering. I am the return of suffering. So she knocks Psylocke's blade out of hand. So now Psylocke is weaponless, but we know it's Psylocke. She's not weaponless. So she bam psychic blade her to find out who she is. So we know who she is. So Marvel gives us some Marvel bullshit about who she is, but let's tell the lore of what she really is in Japanese lore. I looked this up online right before I started recording this. So what she is, the Kuchisaka, the slit mouth woman. What she is, okay, ancient legend, married to a samurai. But since the samurai was out doing samurai shit, she stepped out on him when he was gone. She caught him one time. So for payback, he slit her mouth just like that. And she made the base so she wouldn't be pretty anymore. Because she was the most beautiful woman in the village at the time. So he did that, make her the ugliest woman in the village. She died, and when she came back as a demon ghost, she just terrorized anybody. Didn't give a fuck who it was. She terrorized anybody. And what she does, she asks you, am I pretty? If you freak out when she take her mask off, you die. If you don't freak out, she slits your face. So you get fucked up one way or another. So yeah. So anyway, Psylocke's getting her ass kicked. And she basically telling her, and she's sending more of those bats at her to attack her before those bats can get her. Bam, 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 bam. They get shot. Who? By Grey Crow, because he's his sniper perched on top of that building.
Damn, and what's that gun from?
Where's he getting all his guns from? you have to break down Grey Crow movie. Every time I turn right, he's got a different gun in his panel. So,
I think he can make them or something. Like I think that's one of his powers. I gotta check.
I don't think that's from Halo. Maybe that's Doom.
I don't know what they are. Fucking Overwatch. I don't know. Badlands, Borderlands. I mean,
all out. I don't know shit. Anyway, so he's got her covered. He was like, "I got you covered. Those bats aren't going to get you. Go ahead, take her out." And then the slip up woman just telling her because she got betrayed by a man. She's like, you're stupid for putting your trust in a man or putting your trust in anybody. You know, and that's when Psylocke is basically telling you, I used to be just like you. I used to put my trust in nobody. But eventually I learned to trust people. And for you, I'm going to make sure that you don't hurt anybody else. So to end your suffering, because I know you say you're suffering made incarnate, bam, I'm going to end your suffering. So she got this cool anime manga pose right here. Shh, woo, you know, all that shit like that. So yeah. So slip my woman, dead. out of there.
Dead.
And now Basic Side is just telling her, don't worry, we're gonna make sure that nobody hurts you for the rest of the night. And Gregor's like, what is this we? Are you talking Japanese or French? I didn't sign up for this. He's like, yes, you did. And Gregor like, okay, yeah, I did. So that's when they go, and then, all right, we're gonna do this? Yeah, let's do this. And the last panel is them fighting vampire ninjas.
Okay, I'd rather see that book.
I'd rather see that book, right?
I want to see that book.
Right. That's how the book ends. So
you got the alien gun again. So yeah, I think that's Grey Crow's powers. I think he can like assemble, like make a machine out of anything, like I don't know. Like
because every panel he's got a different gun.
Yeah, I think that's his power. I'm a Google it real quick.
Yeah, because every time he pops up, he's got a different power. Like one time they like chop him in half and he just shows up again and shit. I don't know what the fuck. So yeah, I like this book. I like this book. You know what, Eli?
Technoformation. Powers, technoformation, the mutant power to manipulate mechanical components, assembling them into a variety of different configurations by modifying their shapes and construction.
He's forged.
So he's forged with guns.
Okay. All right, cool.
War Machine. He's like War Machine, yeah.
Right. So it's like electricity with black people. It's like building machines.
He can build shit. He's
Marvel is racist. They're canceled. Anyway. But here's the thing. This is the reason I like this book, Eli, because everybody like Enoch and everybody else can like, why don't y'all do manga? Why don't you do manga? This was a manga.
Yeah.
This was a manga. It was shaped like a manga. Matter of fact, I think the name of the person that did this book was like a manga artist that drew it. So yeah, so it follows all the beats. It doesn't throw a whole lot of words and shit like this. Like it's basically like action. You see them doing action poses like the slinger said it when she chops off the head and shit like that. Yeah. You see the hit. That's manga.
Yeah, you got some Demon Hunter. You got some Inuyasha in there.
All that shit is in there. That is a monster from those things, Naruto and all that shit. So yeah, so this is the closest Marvel has gotten to a manga. That's why I enjoy the book. I'll be honest with you, like I'm enjoying the tie-ins more than I'm enjoying that main book. Well, the tie-ins are okay. So
yeah, well, the one I read, I should have read that. Had I known Grey Crow was in that book.
I was gonna tell you about like, nah, I'm not. I should have said something. I should have said that.
Yeah,
that's on me. That's on me. Now, I tell you what, you get a Black Panther book next week. All right. So anything else you got or
no, that's it. I'm booked out.
Okay, that's all we got. Appreciate you if everybody listen. Eli, this one did hold up. I'm gonna give you the numbers. Let me see what the numbers are we are right now. 300.
No shit.
Yeah. So appreciate everybody listening. Appreciate everybody checking in. If you listen longer than 30 seconds. 30 seconds is the rule. Listen longer than 30 seconds. We appreciate you. That's all we need to boost that algorithm up. Whatever you're doing, we're boosting the algorithm because this probably already. This is 9 views away from beating Madam Web. that is our highest.
Now it was 300 the whole time, or did they ditch out once we started reviewing?
No. That was like low, and then it went up. Yeah, like they shit on Madam Web. Let me see what they say.
Next week, Cobra Kai, son.
Cobra Kai, let's go. That's Eli. I don't know shit about, but I'm gonna listen to whatever you got, Eli. Just feed it to me. Just give it to me. You know?
And Evo and
I'm going all in on Evo. Jake, you want to know what Evo in? Tune in next week. I'm gonna give you all the Evo you can handle.
I'll try to see Maxine. I'll try. Okay. I don't know if I will, but I'll try. I want to see it. Yeah, that's about it. Like, what else is coming out? I'll get caught up on The Boys. I'm just one episode behind. I just got to watch the new one.
I mean, we ain't got to do The Boys. I just did this shit just to do it. I don't know if I did it because Jake asked. That's it. You know.
But yeah, that's about it. You know.
That's all. Like I said, we threw a whole bunch of shit in here. Appreciate you listening. Check us out next week. We got Evo. We got Cobra Kai. We got something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Absolute Power. Blood Hunt.
And more. Or maybe they'll skip next week. I don't know. Blood Hunt not skipping. They bring them on Blood Hunt. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's every week, man. That's
yeah. All right. So, like I said, we're going to end Eli with a Street Fighter combo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Axel app.
You said what? Yeah, I'm in the set. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And we will follow you guys next week. Same time, same bully time, same bully channel. Until then, die 1,000 deaths.